Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we are going to talk about the best 10 characters released in 2020. Now there were 25 characters released. I will not be counting Wolverine Weapon X and Platinum Pool because you can't get them normally from the crystals. Plus I don't think they would have made the list anyways, maybe Weapon X, but he's incredibly rare. Basically you can only get him with the legend run thing. So we're going to talk about the other characters, the top 10, and we're going to do something different. We're going to start with the number 1 character, which I think is Cosmic Ghost Strato. So he's incredibly powerful. I bet you already know that. He has a lot of armor breaks, he has a lot of damage, he is not very easy to play. I would take 1 point there. He is a slightly complicated character. It takes a while to get used to him, but at the same time, because he does a crap amount of damage, and you can get all those armor breaks which are great for fighting Killmonger, Emma Frost. That is the reason I have placed him at number 1, and overall I think he has made the biggest impact this year. Then at number 2 we have Sorcerer Supreme. So I really like her. Maybe a lot of people would disagree with this placement, but I think in my opinion she is the 3rd best mystic character in the game, behind Doctor Doom and Clairvoyant. And she has a lot she can do. She has nullification on aura, extremely powerful. She has slow, she also has armor breaks, she can regenerate on blocks, and that is just incredibly useful. Like, I have uploaded a few videos against the map 7 Annihilus, and taking a full SP2 to block just completely regenerates all of that back. It's just really insane. She has pretty good damage as well. So that is the reason I have placed her at number 2. Then at number 3, I bet some people would have expected to see Apocalypse show up by now, but in my opinion Guardian is at number 3 now. When he was initially released, I was sleeping on him for a while, but I've seen a lot of amazing gameplay recently, especially in the Summoner Showdown thing. There was this fight against this Magic where he barely took any limbo damage and just blasted her with the SP2. So he has a lot of energy resistance. His block proficiency is amazing. His bleed resistance is great, and he has damage, he has utility. I think he deserves to be at number 3. Then number 4 we do have the Apocalypse, and this guy, now if I can have any one of these characters, a 6-star or a 5-star, I would pick Apocalypse, but mostly because of the Horseman thing and what he does to other characters, and also the fact that I do have a 6-star Awakened Cable who I would very much rank up if I ever get an Apocalypse. But on his own he is still a really solid character. He has a lot of debuff damage, and I really don't know much about this guy. So I was fortunate enough to get in the CCP, and I was able to play with 3 of these characters as both 5 and 6 stars at various ranks, without boost, in story content, side events, Labyrinth Abyss kind of thing. And only one of those characters actually made the list, which is Spider-Man. I got to play with Immortal Abomination, Hulk and Spider-Man. But anyways, moving on, at number 5 we do have Spider-Man, and I think he is the most fun character we have ever seen in this game. Just incredibly fun to play. I think everyone got a 2-star version, right? If you haven't used him already, use him because he's really good to play. He has taunts on the SP3. That's not even. He main thing is he has a lot of damage with the Pepper Popper, basically the Power Sting. So not a lot of characters in this game has Power Sting, and he has really strong ones. It's really easy to apply. When the opponent uses special, they get reapplied. A lot of them, you do a ton of damage, and you can go for 1 mega SP3. After that you have just a bunch of power stings on the opponent. Plus the block thing is actually really impressive, and it takes a while to get used to it, but you can potentially evade a lot of annoying special attacks, and at the same time you'll be unblockable. You can go in and also put a taunt on the opponent, which is great because the opponent will use a special, do power sting damage, and you just get in a really amazing damage cycle. So that is why he is at number 5 in my opinion. Now number 6 I do believe is Professor X. So this guy with the mutant power boost is kind of crazy. I've seen KD1 stream where he used him for Labyrinth with the mutant power boost, and he's really insane. Like, he was finishing fights extremely quickly. The SP2 just does a ton of damage. Animations wise, this is a really cool character. As soon as you enter the fight, and how the entire thing just changes, the background and everything. He made my phone lag when he came out for a bit, but now it's fine. At number 7 we have Longshot. So really powerful. So if you haven't watched Ink's video, there is some gameplay of him in Abyss against the Abyss Red Skull, I believe. But this guy, whenever there are buffs, you want to use this guy. Like, 1 SP2, everything will finish it off. Like, everything will die basically. His special 2 just does an insane amount of damage, just melts the opponent's health away. Like, whenever we see an Iron Man Infinity War on Rage in Alliance War, we send a Longshot there, and he's just a very safe and really good option for that fight. And that is why he is at number 7. Now at number 8 we have HitMonkey, who, when he came out, I really liked him. Legacy got him straight away, took him to rank 3. He hits really hard. HitMonkey is an extremely hard hitting character. You have a lot of bleed damage, you have a lot of physical damage, big yellow numbers as well. He crits a lot with medium, light, medium, big SP2s and everything. He doesn't have much health. I haven't seen, like, a lot of people, like, if I pull him today at a 5-star, I will not rank him up. If I pull him as a 6-star, if I awaken him, and if I can take him to rank 3, I would. But at the same time, he's not a character that you need. He's a character, if you have him, it's cool. You want to use him, maybe for fun. But on utility side, he is kind of weak. He is a very good defender. Don't place him on ebb and flow knockdown, please. And yeah. Moving on to number 9, we have a double immune mystic robot, and we are talking about DragonMan. So this guy is capable of some pretty decent damage. His special 3 is really fun. You could potentially cheese some stuff with him, and he is double immune, so that is always nice to see. Overall, don't know much about this guy, don't have him, but animations wise is pretty cool. I do think he will have uses, being a double immune character with good damage output. Being immune to armor shatter could be useful sometime. And the final, at number 10, we have Red Guardian. He needs to be at high signature level. He is capable of some good damage if you can keep the debuffs up, and he has some utility as well, with him not activating any buffs. So that is pretty cool. But honestly, like, the fact that he needs to be at sig 200, and overall, I'm not sure. Like, he's a very good character, don't get me wrong. If you have him, you should definitely take him up. If you have him at a high signature level, awaken and everything. But I do think the other 9 characters are better. And then some special shoutouts, because there are some really powerful characters like Sasquatch. I really like him. Storm Pyramid X, I really like her. Wait a second, I forgot about Tigra. I actually scratched that. Red Guardian is not number 10. Tigra is number 10, because if you can play her right, that is kind of the thing. If you can't play her well, then Red Guardian is number 10. But if you can, then she can even be better than a lot of these characters in the list. She is extremely powerful, very unique character, a ghost quake type character, and I do not think she is as good as those two, but she's pretty good. And I have seen a lot of gameplay from one of my alliance mates, Fintech. I have a rank 3 Thing boss with Stubborn solo up on the channel, and Fintech has a rank 3 6-star Tigra, so she is just really crazy and he uses her a lot. Also, MSD has been using her really effectively. She is a very skill based character, but I think she definitely is better than a lot of this if you play her correctly. And other than that, Squirrel Girl is kind of cool. Not much utility, a lot of damage. I can say exactly the same thing about Black Widow Deadly Origin. They are basically the same character, but the Squirrel Girl has the combo thing, so she could be useful against Prove Yourself, I guess. And overall, I think she has more damage. with the critical bleeds. Black Widow Deadly Origin has shocks instead. Also Mojo is pretty good if you have him at a high signature level. There's a lot of damage, but it doesn't have much utility. Red Goblin is capable of some decent damage as well. And then we have characters like Terax and Nova, and do we have anyone else? Airwalker. My screen was being blocked off. Oh yeah, Immortal Abomination, Immortal Hulk, both solid characters. Immortal Abomination I feel is better. Immortal Hulk not that practical, but at the same time he has some uses. He's pretty good against the gimme node in Act 7. It's also in Act 6, and he is capable of some really high damage if you get lucky and the opponent throw this special without baiting too much. But that is going to do it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Like this video, share with your alliance, and bye bye.